So I've been thinking long and hard about this video, and if I had 1 to 2 minutes to talk to every single person going to the march on Sunday, what would I say? And it's taken me many hours to come up with this simple message, and that is, don't let fear stop you from going. Don't let fear stop you from standing up for what you believe in. Now, as someone who let fear control them for the last 2 weeks before this week, I was discouraging people from going, and I really regret that, and I'm trying to make up for it. Case in point, this is why I'm here. And the reason why, and hear me out, because I'm sure many of you are in the same boat as me right now. A lot of you protested against lockdowns and against mandatory vaccines, and by the way, you were right, but when we started protesting during those times, there's so many things that were actually different to right now. One, all of the counter-protesters were scared of leaving their house, so there was never any confrontation at all. But secondly, so many of us, like me, had never protested before. We had never been against the narrative. We had never been against the mainstream media. We had no idea what to expect. But we knew that what we believed in was right, or at least righteous at the time. So we went with our hearts on our sleeves, because we were like, we know that we have a point here and we are standing up for what we believed in. And to be honest, it felt really, really good. It was exhilarating, you know, but then came the cancelling of us. The public scrutiny that anti-vaxxers got, that anti-lockdown people got, it was extreme. And many of us suffered a lot because of that. But going into the anti-lockdown protest, we didn't know that that was going to happen. So we just had to kind of go with it and figure it out. And we survived. We survived very well. In fact, many of us had the best times of our lives during that time. We knew that we were doing the right thing. We were proud of ourselves for putting ourselves out there, and we were right. We'd become stronger people. We're proud of who we are, and we're proud of what we did, and we're proud of our country. So the fear comes in because now we know what's coming. We didn't know what was coming before. We also didn't have opposition on the streets because our opposition was too scared to leave the house, like I'll say again, which is kind of quite a funny difference. So I was crippled by fear, and now I'm not. And I realize that, buckle up, guys, because it is gonna get messy. But it did during COVID, and we were right then as well. We are correct in saying that immigration needs more checks and balances, that there needs to be a lot more stipulations around immigrants, like speaking English, like, involving themselves in our community and things like that, not being on Centrelink for too long. These things are not absurd, okay? And it's a very valid thing for you to be concerned about. You are right. So when you go on Sunday, just remember, you are going for the right reasons, and that fear didn't stop you during COVID because you didn't know what was going to happen. So don't let it stop you now, because you will become a stronger person for standing up in this movement, in this protest as well. It's just that we have seen the writing all over the wall, okay? Now, mainstream media, police, government, we aren't stupid anymore. We know what you're doing, and everyone can see that you treat the extremists in the left Free Palestine movement very differently than you treat the extremists in the right movement, or whatever you call it. We also see that you don't condemn the burning of the Australian flag, and that terrorist recruiters at the Free Palestine protest don't get charged. Why? We see you, and the more that this plays out, the more that the average Australian is going to see the difference in how they treat them and how they treat us. And that is why people are so passionate to protest on Sunday, because we see our government officials who are supposed to be there to protect our country. We see them not condemning these acts of terrorism, but yet they'll go out and have a huge media storm just before this protest for people that are putting Australia first. The name of the march is March for Australia, or Australia First, and they are pulling out all the stops to make us look bad before Sunday. Doesn't that make you wonder? Like, they're not willing to condemn terrorists, but they're willing to condemn people who put Australia first. Like, guys, it is going to wake up a lot of average Australians. So bring it on, okay? Just like COVID times, bring it on. We know what's happening. We know what we're doing. And guys, we've always been against the narrative. What's different? I know we had a few years off and it's been nice, you know, to just kind of be like a normal person. But I think this has the potential to be something really amazing and something really worthwhile. And I think that we all have the right to be afraid about the future of our country, because we see what's happening in other countries that have had mass immigration for a few more years than us, and we don't want to become like the UK. There is safety in numbers, so the more of us that are there, the less likely bad things are going to happen. And just remember, you are only responsible for what you do and for what you say. This event has become nothing to do with the organisers, to be honest. They've said some really stupid things online that I really disagree with, and unfortunately they've given the media a home run to basically slander everyone because of what they've said. But just keep in mind that the organisers of the Free Palestine events don't get slandered when someone burns the Australian flag at their event, or when someone recruits terrorists at their event, or when someone writes "Abolish Australia" on the pavement. The organisers don't get attacked in the mainstream media, no, but people like us, we are constantly having to confront our associations and justify why we're here, why we're there. Guys, that's just the nature of the game. We've been here before. We will see the difference in how they act, and we'll be able to use that to grow the Australia First movement.